to our 30-minute posture break stretch session. As I always tend to, we're going to start in our all fours position. So come on, take your wrists under your shoulders, knees under hips. And before we actually start our cat-cow, we're just going to rotate our hips, kind of make big circles with our hips, going in one direction right now. And then when it feels good, just switch head in the other direction. So getting some movement in those hips first. And let's come into a steady position, starting with a neutral spine. We're going to inhale, lift the head, drop the stomach towards the floor. And big exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, tuck that chin, tuck the pelvis. Good, just like this. Really connecting that breath to the movement. Exhale as we pull that belly button up towards the spine. Good, couple more. Just a preview for today, we're going to do a lot of shoulder and back release, and then some hamstrings as well. Sometimes tight hamstrings are what actually cause or increase that pain in our lower back. All right, last exhale, make it a big one. Round the spine, really push the floor away. Create more space between those shoulder blades. Let's hold it for 5, 3, 2, 1. Come back to that neutral spine and then shift back into child's pose, sitting on your heels. So I invite you to play with this position. You can keep your knees close together, fold over. You'll get more of an opening in the mid and low back. Or if you're tighter in the upper body, you can take your knees as wide as the mat and kind of sink between them, opening the shoulders and the chest. So whichever you feel like you need more of, that's where you go today. Exhale. On the inhale, come back up to all fours, and then come right back into that child's pose. So dynamic stretching here. Feel some warming up in those shoulders as we come up. Good. Exhale, push back. Inhale, back all fours. And exhale, reach back. Feel free to reposition those hands as you shift from position to position. That's fine. Good. Let's do this one more time. So let's push back to our child's pose. So we're creating some heat before we get into those deep stretches. And inhale, come on up. Exhale, walk your hands back. You can sit on your heels like I am, or you can come into a cross-legged position, whichever feels better for you. I personally prefer being up on my heels like this. So we're going to go into some deep shoulder stretches. Take your right arm across the body, and with your left hand, you're going to grab either on the elbow or right above it. Gently pull on that right arm, very gently. And keep your arm straight, or you can reach and place it on your left shoulder. You may feel that stretch differently, whether it's out straight or bent. So whichever one feels more comfortable for you or feels like you're getting a deeper stretch, stay there. We've got 10 seconds. Find that breath again. Last 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let's take it to the other side. Bringing that left arm across the body, right hand on the elbow or right above it. And again, option to keep straight or wrap around. Good. And just hold. So one other thing you can play with is pushing your left shoulder back sort of into that socket as you keep pulling on the arms. Create a little more space in the back. If that doesn't feel good, let that shoulder wrap a little bit, but another area to play in everybody's body is a little different. All these stretches will feel a little different for each of us. Keep holding for 5, 3, 2, and 1. Taking it back to the right side. So we're really getting into these shoulders today. Taking that right arm across, again, reaching long, tucking back, wrapping that shoulder, or trying to externally rotate and push it back towards the spine. Good, nice deep breath. Two more breaths, big inhale. One more, inhale. And exhale, switch it out. Last time with this stretch. Cross that body, bring it in. Again, just wiggle around, position yourself as you need. Nice. Find that breath. If it feels a little uncomfortable but not painful, if it's painful, let it go. If it's just a little uncomfortable, breathe into that area. Imagine that breath, that oxygen flowing into the shoulder joint. One more deep breath. And exhale. All right, we're going into a tricep stretch. So you're going to take that right arm directly up. Bend your elbow so your hand is reaching towards your back. Bring that left arm to the right elbow and gently pull down. So we call this a tricep stretch, though if your shoulder's really tight, you're probably mostly feeling it there. If not as much, then you'll get into that tricep muscle as well. And you can reach that arm straight down, or you can also kind of come across your back to the left shoulder. Try and keep your shoulder down, even though we're reaching up. We want that space between our earlobe and the tops of our shoulders. One more big inhale. Exhale and release. All right, bringing it to the other side. Left arm straight up, bend it back. Gently pull with the right hand on the left elbow. Slower pace today than usual, but I don't know about you, my shoulders really needed this. All right, 2 more deep breaths. Last one, big inhale. And exhale and release. Last stretch, focusing on the shoulders. Take that right elbow to a 90-degree angle, palm facing in. 2 options. Option 1, you're just going to kind of brace the right arm with your left. But if you are flexible enough, mobile enough in the shoulders, you're going to wrap your left arm under the right and then bring your left fingertips to meet the right palm. So if you're looking at it from the side, your left arm is coming under, wrapping around, left fingertips on the right palm. From here, we are externally rotating, so try and take the top of the right hand towards the floor to the right side of you. So it's like your left fingertips are pushing that palm away. That's it. So remember, you can be wrapped up or you can just be supporting that right arm and letting it come out to the side, either way. Hold this one a little longer. I've taken a couple seconds to find. breath. Send that air to the shoulder. Exhale and release. Shake it out, and then let's come to the other side. Left elbow at a 90-degree angle, wrapping that right arm under or just supporting it. If you can wrap, those right fingertips are coming to the bottom of the left palm, and we are pushing the top of the hand towards your left hip. Palm of the left hand should be facing up towards the ceiling. So the first two stretches were more internal rotations, sort of bringing that joint in towards the chest, and now rotating outwards towards the side, towards the back. That's it, keep breathing. One more nice deep breath. And exhale, let it out. Shake it out. Swing those legs around. And we're gonna slowly roll down to our back. So if you want, you can just walk your hands down, or if you want a little core engagement, lift the hands and gently lower yourself down. One vertebrae at a time, making your core do that work as you lay down. Excellent. Bend the knees, feet flat on the floor, so your knees are pointing to the ceiling. And from here, we're gonna just windshield wiper them side to side. So knees fall over towards the right, come back to center, and fall towards the left. And to feel those thigh bones moving around in the hip socket. You can take this as fast or as slow as feels good to you. Starting to move down the body into the hips, or actually into the lower back, the hips, and the hamstrings. A few more like this. A little massage to that low back. And let's bring those legs to center. Take your right knee into your chest. You can keep your left leg bent, or if you have a little bit more flexibility, you can straighten that left leg. From here, hug that knee into the chest. All right, grab onto that knee tight with the right hand, and you're gonna bring your left arm out to the side. From here, try and bring that right knee up and over towards your right armpit. So we're opening a little in the hip, in the abductors, those inner thighs. Also getting a bit of a stretch in the front of the left hip if you've got that leg straight. Try and keep your lower back pressed firmly into your mat. One more inhale. And on the exhale, bring that knee back to center. We're gonna move our hands to behind our thighs, so grabbing onto where our hamstrings are. And slowly, we're gonna take one inhale here, and then exhale, try and straighten that leg as much as you can, and flex that foot, pushing the heel to the ceiling. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, extend, drive that heel up, pull the toes towards you, and bend. So if you have tight hamstrings, your leg is probably not getting all the way straight, that's fine. Start where you are. See if you can lengthen a little more with each extension. And if this just feels crazy, remember, you can keep that left leg bent too. That'll help. A few more just like this. Again, check in, make sure that lower back is flush with the ground. If our hamstrings are tight, sometimes we use our back to compensate. We don't need to straighten our leg any more than it wants to go here. We're really just trying to tap into those muscles but not create any strain in our body. We do enough all the time for that. This is the time to sort of reset and correct. Okay, we did a lot of those. From here, flex that, straighten the leg, flex your feet so toes coming to you, and we're gonna hold in this straight leg position. If you're feeling good, you can walk your hands up to your calf. Otherwise, just keep them the back of your thigh. And if everything's feeling right, that back is on the mat, that leg is straight, you can gently pull your leg towards you for a deeper stretch. And you'll notice if you flex your foot even more, you can get into those calves if those are tight as well. Let's hold for 3 more deep breaths. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take one more big inhale. And on the exhale, release. Keep that leg bent. Pull that knee into the chest. From here, take your right arm out to the side, nice and straight, or if you're pressed for space, you can cactus that arm, like a half field goal. Take your left hand outside your right knee and gently pull that left knee, the right knee over the left side of the body. So your right knee is going towards the left, your right arm is extended, your right head, you only have one head. Your head is looking over your right shoulder. So you should be feeling a twist, a wringing out in the spine. If you can, get that right shoulder close to the mat. Just one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale, let's come back to center. Whew, nice work. Switch legs. Take that right leg to the ground, either foot on the floor or leg straight, your choice. Right knee comes in, left knee comes into the chest. And right away, we're gonna take our right arm down to the side and with our left hand gently pull our left knee up towards our armpit. Two more breaths here. Last one. Bring that knee back to the center. Bring your hands to your hamstrings, back of the thigh. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, straighten that leg, pressing the heel towards the ceiling. Inhaling, bending back to the start. Exhale, reach that heel up. And inhale, lowering down. Checking in with that lower back, trying to keep it connected to the floor so we're not doing any extending or flexing, just keeping a neutral spine here. Hopefully that gets a little easier with each extension. Good. We still have a few more to go. We spent a lot of time on the right leg, so we've got to even it up. That's it. Focus on the breath, on the movement. 2 more. Big exhale. Last one, inhale. And on the exhale, let's hold. Keep their hands where they are, or if you're feeling good, walk them up to the calf or to the ankle. And if you can, flex the foot a little more. That's it. Breathe through it. Two more full breaths here. Last one, big inhale. And on the exhale, bend that leg, bring that knee into the chest. Left arm comes out to the side straight or in a field goal position. And that right knee gently guides the left knee towards the floor, across the body. So now we're trying to press our left shoulder into the floor. And our eyes are looking to our left fingertips. Just two more breaths here. Last one. Exhale, bring those knees to the center. From here, pull both knees into the chest. And you're going to take your knees in a big circle going in opposite directions. So bring the knees up towards the chest, out towards the side, so they're coming apart, down to the center, zip them back up. So those knees say goodbye, travel down, meet at the bottom, come on up. Take this at whatever pace feels good. Think of it like a nice massage for the lower back and some movement in those hips. And let's switch directions. So the knees should be traveling down together, coming apart as they roll up, and then meeting towards the chest. And bring them back to the center. From here, you can rock and roll up to a seated position or drop your knees to the side and push up. One more spinal twist, seated. So crossing those legs, any leg in front. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, bring the left hand to the right knee, right arm behind you. Reaching that head tall towards the ceiling, spine lengthening. Look behind you. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take it to the other side. Right hand to the left knee. Again, that spine is nice and long. Try not to collapse. And last exhale, come back to center and shake it out. Hope you all enjoyed. Again, if you have any requests for particular parts of the body, please let me know on Teams, email, Skype, whatever it is. I'm happy to incorporate whatever it is you need into these Monday sessions. Otherwise, I will see you all next week.